Subscribe to Niger's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Niger's Craziest is not a review of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, because close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man! Shit, I'm saying! Because that's what we do! Comedians are absolutely insane. That means Igbo.
Hello guys, welcome to this episode. Joshua, you see, in this life, let your hands be clean.
Nice.
I dare any pastor, I dare any prophet, I dare anybody to come out to say they gave us money to cover up a story or to lie on their behalf.
If you know you have that somebody, you have confidence.
Beat your chest, come out to say you gave we money.
Come. We want to see you
to lie for you. So Daniel used to do cover up for Prophet Jeremiah. All the Ruth Matthews matter, he was the one that was running everything. So he has not come out to confess to Prof X that and he has mentioned a lot of names, people that used to collect money in the back. You understand that, you know, when people come out to support, you think, I tell people, they don't just come out to support. Especially that keke rider. That one, the way he was shouting that time, that's keke rider. Then we have Doris Ogala, we have Prophetess Grace. My brother, we all know what they are doing behind. It's money. And my pain is that they are lying to Prophet Jeremiah.
We did everything day before yesterday. We could finish it for the burial day for yesterday.
Okay, no, I know, my brother, you're still going through a lot, and it's not easy for you to bear. But remember, you're a man. You have to keep your head up, and, you know, life goes on. May her soul rest in peace. I'm very sorry for your loss. And
Thank you, sir.
What's important now is for you to, you know, to keep moving forward and, you know, to right your wrongs and rebuild your relationship with God and see where you fit in the kingdom. But be that as it may, it's not easy. I know where you are right now, and I know what you're feeling. It's not a feeling that I can try to relate to, because you're the only one who really understands how broken you are, how heartbroken you are. So would you care maybe to just, I know it's a difficult thing to do, to just maybe give a very brief summary of how she ended up not making it, and what could have been the cause of death, and how you ended up taking her for burial by yourself, and all that. Just a quick update.
How she ended up, although when she was to be delivered, I was not there with her. I just called the doctor where she went to, the hospital. Out of 10, because I was still at my working place when I was sending money to them for everything they had to do. So it gets to a stage where the doctor called me that they still needed the amount of money. So when he called the amount of money, I don't have the money. I now asked her to leave the hospital, that I should take her to another hospital that it would be less, because I no longer have any money with me again.
Oh, sorry. So this was before she gave birth?
Yes, before she gave birth, yes.
Okay.
And the hospital where they took her to, I think the money was less, so they don't charge much. And that was where they admitted her. So of which they removed the baby out from her womb through an operation. By then, the baby was not alive. And after some time, she told me that the doctor said she should stay for some days, because only the hospital bill there was still enough, because since since the pregnancy is up to 8 months, she has been going to one different sickness to another. But because there is no enough fund, even upon that, we spend a lot for her health issue before she could able to be taken to hospital where she gave birth. So after she gave birth operation, the baby died. Since then, all those why her body have never been okay. So she has still been complaining of stomach pain. stomach pain. It was after some days we could no longer. Then I now went to go and see the reason why she's always crying of stomach pain. So when I got there, I discovered it was worse. So there's more enough cash with me. I called the brother, the yoga brother who is doing bike, who is using bike to work. So that one sold the bike, of which we rushed her to one hospital where they treated her. They treated her for some days. She came back home again. She was still crying the same pain. And by then, there's nothing I could do anymore because I have called the people who I are supposed to call. So nobody assists, nobody help. So I have to rush her to a clinic myself. They gave her drugs and there's some other things. Then I took her back home. Every night she always cry of stomach pain, stomach pain. So after we finished talking, you just collapse. By then, I don't have any option again. That was when I contacted Chante if he can help. So she now said we should rush her to the hospital. Although the truth is that I called her at a late hour because we have been battling the stomach pain since even up to about 3 days time before I called Chante. So it was when we took her to that hospital and they were demanding that we should use the money, we should pay advance. At least we have been to about 2 to 3 hospitals. They are asking for advance, we don't have. Before we went to the lower hospital, we didn't request for advance. But before that, it was too late. When we later go to a better hospital now, they say our kidney is damaged already. So even with that, they didn't let me know that what is going on. If I asked them, they'll just tell me it is well, it is okay, it is well. I'll just see doctor, they were running around, running inside, doing whatever. So I believe that something is wrong. Anytime they came out and asked them what is the reason, they will say nothing, all is well, all is well. So the extent when Kisley, one person called, I was still telling the person that it is well, she is okay. I never knew by then she has died. It was when the doctor came out, she was not telling me I should take heart. It was that was when I knew that she had died. Before I went to see her inside. So I now use the wrapper to cover her. And then before then, I called they have a relative which they had a meeting that they will give me money for her treatment. It was when she died I called them that she have died already, that they should stop looking for money. So before that they brought a bus that they want to take her home instantly. So the doctor could able to refund some money back to us. And before she died, she sold her phone. The person she sold her phone to, the person returned the phone back to us. So with the money, the Ramasi sent 20,000 naira. Then the money all we gathered then it was 75,000 naira, of which we shattered the bus which they used to take her home. We arrived at home around 12:30 in the night. So that was is it day for yesterday that we did everything. The parents say they cannot keep her anywhere. At least she only have 2 brothers. So the brother said they would not have to keep her, that should go and bury her. So we agree with them, with the parents, they agree that we should bury her. So that was how it go.
Also, the Damascus send you 20,000 as well.
Yes, the Damasis sent. Even I did know it was the late hour. I also called the Damasis. Just the same way I called Chante. I said if Chante might still be angry, the Damasis will not be angry. So the Damasis was even quarreling that why I didn't inform the others, why I didn't inform the others one. Because the truth was that I am ashamed whether they will be thinking as if I'm looking for money, and that was the reason why I could not contact the Damasis.
No, he's not a bad guy after all. If he could assist you, if he could chip in to help you, with the little that he had, then he at least filled in the gap. So, my brother, the question that I came across that someone asked was, if Daniel is in the military, they normally have hospitals for military people where they admit wives and children of military people. Why didn't you take your wife to a military base or to a military hospital?
Yeah, like this, as I'm talking to you now, I have problem with the military. Because of the case I've been running, I almost to
Which
dismiss
case?
because I
Which case?
the case of leaving the post without not taking permission. I am still facing charges. Now they have not did my order. I think if I go back, because I know there's no how. If I go back to it, I don't know how they will. I don't know how the charge will come because I was demoted
Oh,
already.
okay.
I was
Okay, so
demoted already.
you left your job to come and work on this case of baby testimony.
Yes.
So you did not return to work on time and they demoted you from the rank that you previously held.
Yes. Yes. Now it now look as if I'm starting again from scale one. And apart from that, I still have other count charges again, which I have not gone through. So, and secondly, I've been in Meduguri, operational ground, and I cannot call my wife to come to that place for treatment. Or neither will I call her to go to any nearby hospital.
So that's why you couldn't go to a military hospital, because of these pending charges and because of these issues that you have with your station commanders and etc. etc.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So the other thing that that we probably still need a little bit of clarity. I know you're not yet in a good space to go into detail about what transpired and what not. Could you perhaps have a reason why Messi City and Omoto would not want to support you when you were in need like this, when you were desperate like this? Is there probably a reason why they withdrew their support or why they just left you to dry just like that?
What?
Don't cry, my brother. I know these are hard questions, but this case is very delicate and it's very sensitive.
I know the reason why they. Though I also discovered some things.
You know what, my brother? Okay, before you
I
answer, there's a reason why I'm asking you this question. You came to my platform. You went to Chantel, platform, and you told us that you were in a desperate situation. You needed to save your life. We did not care about our differences. We did not care about all the things you had said about us or all the insults that you had even leveled against us or any other thing that you said to me or any insult that you gave us. We just thought about the wife that needed to be saved. And we put all our differences aside and we did all we could to raise what we could. So for someone that you did good for, we assisted you. You did not do any good for us. For someone that you did good for, like Omoto for Fein in Messi City, people that you tried by all means to protect and do damage control for you, it is still not adding up why they would drop you. It's still not adding up why they will sideline you or leave you to dry. That's just one thing that I think it needs to be cleared out to people. And I also need to understand why they will just throw you away like that at the very point where you need them.
why they throw me out? I know the reason. I know what caused it.
Mm.
And
Are you free to
actually,
talk
I
about it?
was yes, yes. Actually, I was contacted by Mary J.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary J is the person that, although I just pray God should forgive her, because I know what I have done so far. Because all of them, none of them ever left their place. The same way I was so foolish. I left my working place, walking around like a mad dog, looking for things how to cover the messy city. I did everything to cover them so that people will not look as if they use the child for ritual. I covered their names. I was contacted by Mary J through Prophet Grace and Mary J were talking all those while before I even entered inside the case. So when I entered inside the case, it now look as if they use me as a tools. Choma Johnson, Mary J, Prophet Grace, they use me to get all the money they needed at that time. When I went to, I did everything I did. But the worst part of it is that Mary J connived with Prophet Grace, with Choma Johnson. I was never aware of it. Not until some few days ago, I later discovered what they have done in my absence. Prophet Grace claimed that they have all the evidence, all the details about Ruth Matthew. Prophet Grace never had anything about Ruth Matthews. I was the one who gave everything Prophet Grace was saying now. I was the one who gave it to her. And I know how he tried to set Ruth Matthew up through me. I know what she have done. Even if I don't have chance to explain everything Prophet Grace have done in the life of the missing baby, I won't have the time to explain now. But the one I can explain now is Prophet Grace. Even when my wife was in pains, I sent a message. I sent videos to Prophet Grace. Even my wife pregnancy, I told her, I said, "Ma, please, my wife is dying. Is about to go to surgery. We want to deliver with operation." She said, "Okay." The other day, she prayed that it is well. When the baby died, I still chatted her. I said, "Ma, the baby later died." He said, "Oh," he said, "Ruth Matthew loves her child." I said, "No, not Ruth Matthew." I said, "It's me." He said, she thought it was Ruth Matthew that lost her child. I said, "No, it is me." He said, "Oh, sorry." I said, "Okay, fine." So why I'm saying this is, Prophet Grace, Mary J, Doris Ogala, Choma Johnson, those are the people that make me face all those things I'm facing. Although even me myself, I was so foolish to myself never to behave as a matured man. I let those people to use me. And they lead me to Prophet Jeremiah, which anybody can ask, have you seen him before? Have you talked to him before? Have you called him before? Even before then, me and Prophet Jeremiah were chatting on phone as if it is something so common within me and him. He called me always all the time. He chatted me always all the time. I now had an issue, which I began chatting her. He didn't longer replied. The reason what caused it, I later found out some things. And I think they are aware that I have found out some things I don't need to find out. Even when I was going home looking for evidence against Ruth Matthew, I was also in underground still investigating them, whether this thing they really know or not. I think through my still investigating them, all those why I have found out some things I need to find out about them. And I believe they have noticed some things that I'm no longer working straight with them. That was the reason. And they discovered I was no longer working straight with them. If the little I have found, maybe this little I have found, I will take it out. So they don't have to tell me some things again, neither call me again, maybe and said. Then I was now calling Grace. Grace doesn't reply. The other person doesn't reply. All of them were no longer replied. Because then when you were analyzing some issues, Mary J called me and she told me, "Are you the one who gave Prof S all those things he's talking about?" I said, "No, I'm not the one." Because Prophet Grace also called me many times. She would lie to me and say, Prophet Jeremiah said I should send all those things to her. If I send to her, I will later call Prophet Jeremiah. Prophet Jeremiah will deny that no, he's not the one who that he didn't ask Prophet Grace for anything. No. But when I send it to Prophet Grace will send it to Choma Johnson. We now hear that you are playing all those things. You are talking about the same thing I said to Prophet Grace. I will not ask her, how did this thing get to you? She will just say I should not try him, I should not try her. That because he had us with the whatever. That is the reason why I have the audacity to be asking a question. And I begin suspecting Prophet Grace. Then I called the man, Jeremiah. I told her about the grace. That look at what he is doing. No, he's not straightforward. The man said, okay, we should back her up. I said, okay. I never knew all those why things were going on wrongly, and I didn't know. It was later for a few days I discovered something which I called the senior brother to Jeremiah. I said, this thing, how did it come? But you people say I've never met with Matthew before. How come about this? How come about that? How come about this? The man was later angry. I believe because of all those things I have seen, and I know everything concerning the issue of testimony through the message city. Even though I'm still doing one side, I'm still doing the other side too. So I could able to explain few of it about the testimony in what I have found out in message city. And I believe that is the reason why they cut me off.
Okay, you said quite a lot of things. Allow me to just draw you back a little bit so that I can ask for clarity. You mentioned that Doris Ogala, Mary J, and Prophetess Grace, they were using you to get information when you were going to Igara and when you were doing your investigation. And when they get this information, they'll go and lie to Jeremiah Omoto that they have some investigation team on the ground. Yet it was you who was on the ground. So when Doris Ogala was coming on Chidi's platform, when Doris Ogala and all of them were talking about an investigation that is going on, were they all basing on the investigation that you were doing? And were they cashing out from Jeremiah Omoto in your name without letting you know or giving you a cut of whatever that they're taking from Jeremiah Omoto?
Yes. Everything they have been saying, all those right, say they have doing investigation. None of them have ever did any investigation. None of them have ever done any investigation. Prophet Grace actually contacted Mary Grace, Mary J. All those right, it is money they were using. I know how much Prophet Grace gave to Mary J. I know how much Mary J collected from Thomas Johnson and from Prophet Grace. But Mary J never told me anything that she had collected money. And Prophet Grace also, I know how much they gave to her for the what all she have done so far. Because if you say she carried 3 kilos of police and DSS, and she was paid for all those things, she said the healers and the police, each one police, I know she calculated each one police how much it cost to the Mercy City. I know she was paid, and I was the one who is doing all those things, not DSS or police anywhere. And if you look at, I think she came out one day and she said, and she showed us the picture of her roof in her house. It was the baby testimony case. It was the testimony case that made Prophet Grace to have that money to roof her house and whatever everything she did. The so-called MC Egbeshare. MC Egbeshare, he was a
MC,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he was a Kekena rider. He has nothing. He's just somebody looking so tattered. Because why I'm saying this about him was I never want to talk about him. But somebody sent the response. He responded when somebody asked. Somebody told him that how Daniel end up, you also end up like him. That Jeremiah could not assist Daniel, and you are here advertising Jeremiah. He said even when Jesus Christ went to the pool of Bethesda, he did not heal everybody, and that was the reason why I'm talking about him.
He said what?
He said even when Jesus Christ went to the pool of Bethesda, Jesus Christ did not help everybody. He only helped you. He did not help anybody. He did not help everybody. That is what Mr. Bishari said. So with this list, the man has nothing. When he was in Warri, when I knew him then, he has nothing. He was riding a canopy. It was a testimony issue that when they pay Prophet Grace will pay him. He is not working for Jeremiah. He's a boy. Not helping Jeremiah. Those are some of the people that Prophet Grace will use to go to any mission that they have to go to. So with this, I know how much they have gone out for the issue of my testimony. If I
You said something interesting. So that building that Disgrace has been posting as her church, it's money that she collected from Jeremiah in the name of paying off investigation officers on the ground. So she's using the case of baby testimony, lying to Jeremiah Omoto for fame, that she has DSS and police investigators deployed to go and investigate Ruth Matthew. And when she collects, you go and build a church. And they don't give you anything in the process. That's very sad, my brother. I understand your pain, how they played 419 on you. You said another thing that I probably want you to explain further. You just spoke about it in passing. You said there's information that you would send to Disgrace, to Prophetess Disgrace, and Prophetess Disgrace will send this information to Mary J. And Mary J will send this information to Chioma. And you hear me talking about that information on my platform. Is that what you said?
yes.
Okay. So you did not understand how I was getting this information, yet you only gave this information to Prophetess Disgrace.
Yes.
I told this thing. I said this thing. Okay, you want to say something? You can go ahead.
Yeah, even that day sometime when I heard you playing all those things, I will call her. The other last time I called her, I said, "Are you really sure you're a prophetess?" He didn't reply me. I now started explaining things to her. That this thing you collected all those things from me. You claimed that it was Prophet Jeremiah that asked you to collect it from me, and I sent all those things to you. Because even when I no longer trust her, I no longer said things to her. She now used the name of Prophet Jeremiah to come to me and say the man said he needed all those things, that I should forward him to her so that she will forward it to the man, to the Prophet Jeremiah. After I sent it to her, I now discovered that you are playing all those things. I now called the man. I say, "Sir, is it true you asked after some days? Is it true that you asked Prophet Grace I should send you all those things?" The man denied and no, that he did not. That he did not. That he didn't send Prophet Grace anything. No. And I chatted her up. I say, if you can do these things, in meaning you are not a prophetess. You are not a prophetess. And since then, I believe since then, she will be telling the Mercy City wrong about even the things I did do. Even all those things that you are playing, she will not come back to tell them that I was the one who is giving you information. And the last time you
played, these people turned against you because of the information you were sending to Prophetess Disgrace. And Prophetess Disgrace and Chioma Johnson and Mary J will leak that information to me. And when Papa Jerry will be asking, how is this information getting to Mr. PDT? Now they will all say it's Daniel that is sending this information to Mr. PDT. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, yes.
So they made you a scapegoat.
Yes.
For their scam. Yes. They were scamming Jeremiah Omoto for fame. When they were scamming Jeremiah Omoto for fame, they were using your name. They were throwing you under the bus. And they turned against you and said that you are the one who was leaking the information.
Yes.
And this is involving Prophetess Disgrace, Doris Ogala, and Mary J.
Yes, yes.
You see what the spirit of baby testimony does to people. So from your own analysis, do you think Doris Ogala, Mary J, and Prophetess Disgrace are for Jeremiah Omoto or not?
They are not.
Why do you say they are not?
They are not. Prophet Grace, if Prophet Grace see what we bring Prophet Jeremiah down, she will do it. Prophet Grace
Why
is
would she
never
want to bring Jeremiah down?
Yeah, all what he's after is money. It's money. He don't have any good for the man. If Prophet Grace has nothing good for the man, all what Prophet Grace, I said it before. I said everything that is going on wrongly it was coming from Prophet Grace. Because I know how many times she set me against fruit. I know what I was she have done. She contacted me many times. I should get information from her about Ruth Matthew. Even if I use some, why? Although the other last time I used my wife WhatsApp because I am using her Facebook. I have her password. I use it to chat to get some. Let me not even say about that. All what I know, Prophet Grace was never looking for any good for the man, for the Prophet Jeremiah. She was never in any mess. In any mess.
What about Doris? What about Doris Ogala and Mary J?
Doris Ogala, we all know who she is. Right from time, I have never. The only time I know I called Doris Ogala, I didn't even call her. It was when she called me. After I got all the information, because Prophet Grace, he now noticed that they are trying to find out things about her. She now transferred everything to Doris Ogala for Doris Ogala to continue from where she stopped. It was it's a handover. She handed over to Doris Ogala. Doris Ogala now called me that she thought he's a higher brother that she's calling. Daniel, are you the one? I said yes. I was now asking her, how do you get my number? He said, don't worry. He said, do those evidence I say I have, can I send it to her? I said, no, I'm inside the bus. Before I know, he was still calling that they want to, Chidi want to come to a live broadcast, that they want to use a live broadcast. I say, I'm inside the bus, I'm going to my station. He said, okay, I should drop, that she will pay for the transport and money. I told her, no, that day I didn't need any money from her. Because I know if she gave money out now, if she gave me transport money, she will still talk about it. Before she now said, okay, I should send it to her. I said, I don't have MB. For me to have wanted to send it to inside, before I know it, don't send MB to a wrong number. From there, now couple with the Grace. I said, why did you give? I know you are the one who gave my number to Choma Johnson without not informing me. And most of all those things I sent to you about the king number, the king of Igara number, whatever, everything I said to you, you said to Choma Johnson. Choma Johnson actually called the king. He didn't go home. He called the king because of who she told the king that she was. Because of that, the king ordered some people for her to do video for her and send to her. But she claimed that she went home. She never went home. So that was all the argument that it now looked as if Prophet Choma Johnson was also looking for her own part because it was a job that they transferred to her. So she also gotten what she also looking for. And I think they have transferred a little of it to Mary J. Because all the estimate I know that Mary J got from all those is a 400,000 that Mary J got on her side. Because only me, I calculated everything that was spent, how and what all the amount Mary J got. It was roughly 400,000 when I calculated it. So all those ones, they are never after any good for the man.
Okay, from all these calculations that you are giving me now, the financial breakdowns, have you ever been paid by Mercy City or by Jeremiah Omoto for fame for anything that you have been doing? Did you receive any cash out from Jeremiah Omoto?
What I have to say here is that I cannot add to my injury again. I don't have to lie in this case again because I don't want another punishment. Anything you ask me now, believe me, that is the truth. He gave me 500,000 naira.
Prophet Jeremiah gave you 500,000 naira cash, or you transferred to you?
No, he gave me cash when I went to the place. When he gave me the money is to be used for higher purpose at the family. And I sent, instead of it, I sent 100,000 naira to Mary J. It was remaining 400. I went to the hotel I stay. I never go home. Even some police that I saw that day, I know how much I paid them. Go to the King Palace. The escort they gave to me to use them, I know how much you pay them. And all those why I was not doing it alone. I was communicating with them, telling them how everything has been going. And those police, I know how much I paid them, and even the escort they gave to me to work together with Mr. Ayo, I know how much I paid them. And all those when I rented a hotel, I would everything before I could ever do everything and return back to me. What left in me then, it was 25,600 naira. That was all that is left with me then. So I left my working place with 25,600.
Okay, so how many times did you meet Papa J? Did you meet Jeremiah
I,
Omoto for fame?
it is once. I met him once.
One-on-one, and that's when you
Yes,
discussed about this IO project.
yes.
Okay, so after you finished all these investigations that you did, that's when this unfortunate event came your way. That's when your wife, fell sick and stuff like that, and that's when you tried to reach out to them to support you, and they'd already discarded you from their system. They'd already taken you out and cut you off.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want us to go into much detail about your experience or about. I've not yet even asked you major questions here that we need to ask you, because I know you are still healing from from the passing away of your wife. So I don't want to get into too much detail that can get you emotional. The purpose of this interview, like we had spoken, you and me, we were not even supposed to talk about all the things we've spoken about so far. You had requested that you wanted to, to send a special thanks. You wanted to extend your gratitude towards the people that showed their support from my platform, from Shandel Cave's platform. You wanted to just appreciate them for the support they rendered and for their contributions towards the medical bills that we thought we were going to fit for your wife in an attempt to try to save her life. So I'm going to give you the opportunity now in the platform to express yourself and send your message to all those that came through for you, during this hard time. Be strong, my brother. Be strong. I know you
I
feel
don't
bad.
I don't have much. I don't have much to say. I don't have much to say. Only what I can say. I don't really know. I don't
Please,
actually believe. If
please look
if
at the
if
camera. This message will be more impactful when people can actually see you. I know you are not feeling okay, and I know you are emotional, and I'm very sorry for everything. Yeah, you can go
I
ahead, brother.
I don't really believe if they could render assistance to me, because I know a lot of damage I have caused, and I have never have time to know what I would have happened. But I don't know those who supported me. Only thing I can say, may God bless you all. I will not have much time to thank you all, because my thank you will not even be enough. It was never easy. My prayer was that if my wife recovered, it would be a shame to the enemy. I was actually praying for that, but suddenly she didn't make it. So nothing I could say about it, because it's supposed to be a jubilation to me if after she might have make it. But it's unfortunate that she passed on. I thank you all. Even though I didn't contact Chante at the earlier stage, I contacted her at the late hour. But she tried a lot, the best they could do. Even there are some things that I don't even think I can do it. Even taking her home, I think we did everything perfectly. Even if there are other people who supported with everything we have done so far, I really appreciate. Thank you all. May God bless you all. Thank you all. May God reward you people, because I know I don't have much. I cannot even say anything for now. But just all that I can say, may God bless you all. Thank you all. I'm grateful for everything.
More grace, my brother. More grace,
Thank
my
you, sir.
brother. And I just want to tell you to be strong. We are with you, like I've always been telling you. We are going to walk with you. We are going to stand with you. Let me just ask you another general question. I hope you'll be okay answering it. In
Yeah.
this situation that you are right now, why are you not afraid to speak about these things that you are speaking about? Why are you not afraid that Jeremiah Omoto might come after you or might send his police to come and arrest you?
The worst have happened. The worst has happened. So at this time, I am no longer afraid of anything again. What I was afraid of before is my family and whoever that is close around me. But of now, I don't have anything to be afraid of because what life is to me. Yeah, I don't value life anymore because this world is. Sometimes I feel tired. Even being in this world, I'm tired sometimes. So what will he not do to me that is worse than my situation now? So I don't think I can be. Even I don't even have chance to even explain more. I don't have time now to explain more.
Yeah.
Nothing to
But
be afraid of.
that was a profound response. And let me ask another follow-up question. What if Jeremiah Omoto contacts you now and say they want to support you? They want to give you this amount of money. They are sorry for what they've done. Take this amount of money and keep quiet.
What will I use the money for? I don't. What will I? Even if all those why, if I am looking for money from him, I know how to get money from him. Mary J told me one day that we should collect 6 million from him. Mary J told me that we should collect 6 million from him. I shouted, why will you say that we should collect 6 million from Prophet Jeremiah? He said, because people are collecting, people are cashing out, we should also cash out. I said, no, I can't do such a thing. That is not possible. How will you we should collect 6 million to do what? He said, people are cashing out. I said, no, if people are cashing out, we'll cash out if we find a testimony. I believe the truth was that as I am supporting the Mercy City, I am also looking for the means to get a child. That is the truth. They should believe me. I'm not just after relied on Mercy City, maybe supporting them without not looking at the other side. If I do this side, I will go back and do this side also. And I remember the only time I know I tested some things to you, it is things I said you should confirm from Ruth Matthew if you know so person. That was the only time I know I ever reached you. Since all those I have never reached you before. So I think they turn against everything. This is all the handwork of Mary J because Mary J contacted me. And Mary J actually want to dupe the man 6 million. It was because of me that the man gets to notice because I told them, I said they should be aware of Mary J. Because this is what Mary J told me. And I told them, and that is the reason why they try back topic also from Mary J. Because everything I was going wrong, I would be the one to inform them. If Prophet the Great called me, he want to use something against me to enter my city, I will still call them and inform them. So all those why I never know where my fault is. Maybe the only thing I know my fault is, where I know I have fault is the things I later told them. I said, you people say you have never stayed with Matthew before. How come about this? What now happened to this? How come about that? How come about what this man say and what this person say? So because of that question I asked, I think that was the reason why I was abandoned. So I don't think there's any point of them giving money. The money that we gave, how much we this world we are living is an empty place because I discovered something that we came empty-handed and we look for everything and leave everything and go back with nothing. So nothing in this world, even if I'm owing debt, I'm owing debt, I'm owing people. That will not make me to go back to maybe they will even call me. I know how many numbers have blocked so far. Calling me, how are you? How is it? How is that? I know. If I know it from the side, I block the number because when I needed help, nobody was there to help. But for the grace, I also thought he would be the one to even help me. Even I tested the maker. Oh no, I sent the video to him. I sent the picture to him. Until now, he didn't reply back. I know how many songs I have said all those into. Nobody ever replied me. Nobody ever asked me back. Nobody even ever said, how is her body? How is she okay? So nobody. So how now will I? How much will be the money? How much is it? The money? Can the money buy the whole world? So I don't think so.
You mentioned that you are owing debts. How much are the debts that you're owing? And did you
I don't have
accrue
to.
these debts by trying to save your wife?
I don't have to. I don't have to measure it because out of now, I take myself to be like, I don't know even how to put it because I never expect this to happen.
Like I told you that we are with
I
you.
don't
In as much as
I can just measure, but everything is okay. I believe all is well. So with
okay,
the little
listen,
I've
brother.
got so far, we have used some things to put in places, and I believe with this situation I am now, I still believe all is well.
My brother, listen to me. I know what you're going through. And the reason why I'm asking you how much you're owing is because, like I told you, we were trying to raise funds and we raised some funds. And the amount that we actually raised, it was close to 650 or 700. I'm not so sure about the actual facts and the figures. That's why I'm asking you now how much of the debts that you are owing, so that I can also appeal to people. These very same people that contributed are the very same people that are going to tell us what to do, how to channel these funds that we collected to try to save your wife. Now that your
Uh,
wife
uh,
is gone, you are all
Thank
left
you,
alone now. I'm sure
thank you,
Sister
sir.
Chantel sent you something from that very same amount. So with the balance that is left, that's why I'm asking and I'm appealing to you in as much as you think you don't need any help anymore. Even in your last message you texted Sister Chantel when your wife passed away, you said people should stop contributing, people should stop assisting me, I'm okay. Okay, I would understand that you're okay, but I still see the need, or maybe to try to assist you in any way that is possible so that you can get back yourself together and carry on with your life. There's more to life than what you have been doing for Jeremiah Omoto for Fame. You still have an entire future ahead of you. So I don't want you to give hope now. I don't want you to throw in the towel now. Things like this happen to almost all of us. We have gone through the worst ourselves, but we choose to keep standing and we choose to keep moving forward. When life throws lemons at you, make lemonade out of them. I wouldn't use that scenario to try to describe your situation. I know it's painful to lose someone that is dear to your heart, and I know how heartbroken you are right now. Be that as it may, and I promise you that we will stand with you, and we will be with you. And that's the only way God can also look after us, when we look after people that have chosen to come out clean as you have chosen and who want to set the record straight. So many people will be inspired by your story. So don't feel alone. Don't feel like the world has come to an end. We still have so many people out there that do not care what happened, that just want to make sure that at least your life goes on, at least your life moves forward. We can't share the pain that you are feeling right now, but the least we can do is to part with any small amounts that we can. So if you do not know the figure right now, you can just try to balance everything together, put everything together. Let me know, let Sister Chantel know, and we'll see what we can do from there.
Thank you, sir.
I,
Thank you, sir. I don't have anything to. Whatever, anyhow, I can do it now, I will do it. There's no point of contributing again because what I'm contributing, what I want contribution for, is no longer more. So I don't really need a contribution anymore. I whatever anything I can get now, I will just sort out some few things out. I know a better days will still come.
oh, okay, no, I'm with you. So I will liaise with Sister Chantel and we'll see how we can have those funds channeled with you. And I'll also ask for opinions from from the contributors, from the people responsible for these funds, to see how best can we apportion these funds, or how best can we distribute them. But Mr. Daniel, I know you're not yet in a good space to talk much about this, and I know you're still going through the most. But what I just want to assure you is you are not alone. We'll be with you. Never feel alone. Never have those other ugly thoughts, or don't let anything influence you to do something that might be uncalled for. Life is always throwing the West at all of us. But just find yourself in prayer, my brother. Just find a way you can connect with the Father of the universe. And it's only the Holy Spirit that can comfort you. I can say what I can say. I can try to make you feel better, but at the end of the day, just seek the Holy Spirit's intervention and find yourself in prayer, my brother. And I believe everything's gonna be all right. I don't know if you have any last words or anything that you wanna add on to what I've just said before we conclude.
The last word I would say, there was a woman I chatted. When she said she had a kidney problem, and a charter platform, and she needed a donation. And I chatted, and I respond to the comment section that if no baby testimony, so that means she will not survive it. Say they are using this thing to cash out. And I later discovered that she called me. She talked to me yesterday. I want to plead. I want to better. She please. I might say that word wrongly, but today I have realized where the world is going. I never knew things would come like this. I never expect it to turn around. So it has turned to my turn. And I was actually saying this is a scam, and they are using it for scam. But it has come to my side. I don't have any choice. I tried everywhere. I tried all I could do before I come to this platform. I'm sorry for everything I have offended. I'm sorry for everybody I have offended. Who I have wronged. I don't want to wrong anybody again. I don't want to wrong anybody again. And I believe whatever, if I say any lie or had any lie to all those I'm saying, definitely my punishment again will be worse. I will come back again, but never have time for this for now. Thank you.
Okay, so the woman you're referring to, is she the very same woman that once came to Chantel platform and they were asking for donations so that she can be cured of her kidney issues?
Yes.
And then when you commented that she's coming, she's lying, she's just trying to take money from people.
Yes.
Is she the same woman that called you and she spoke with you?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So you are now in good books now. There's no bad blood anymore.
Yes.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. And I'm looking forward to us doing another, proper interviews whereby we get deep into the things that you probably did. Okay, let me just throw this last question at you. It's a curveball. And, I know you're a man and you can answer any form of question that can be posed at you. Okay, what are the chances? People are skeptical about a lot of things. What are the chances that one day you come out again and you say everything that you were talking about was a lie? Everything that you were doing was not factual. You just wanted to see what was going to happen. What are the chances that you come back and change your story that you have given us and what has happened to you? What are the chances of that happening?
This is the worst of my time. This is the worst of my time. I don't think. I used to say, in meaning one day I will still marry. One day I will still have a wife. And I will not pray for my wife to end up the same way. I won't try it. Because I know. Because my wife have told me many times about the dream she has been having. Of which I cannot explain. I cannot tell people about the dream. That is why I said she was never in support with all those things I was doing. And I believe if I returning back, meaning the worst will come again. And I will face the worst again. And I never want to face anything again. Yeah, I want to rest my case. I'm not going back to say all I said is not true or it is true. Everything I say, it is confirmed. Anything I will say now, it is confirmed. I don't have anything on it. I don't remove anything from it.
Okay, brother. Much appreciated.
Yeah. One question that I had is, why is Jeremiah doing this for people if he does not have anything to cover?
That's the truth.
Why?
If your hands are clean, like we now, look how we came out to say, if you have anything on us, bring it. If your hands are clean, you don't need to, you know, you don't need to be running up.
Because for you to be allowing this one to be using like small children, that disgrace when not even get you know, cannot speak proper English. You know,
now look at keke rider,
Dory Kongala, Mary J or whatever.
People that are not even smart, they are duping Prophet Jeremiah,
giving you stories, and other people outside too, giving him stories. Anything they tell him,
he will go just
anything
believe.
they tell you. But you too, if your hands are clean, why are you following up? Why are you giving money?
Why are you running? Why are you giving them money? Why are you running?
That is your question.
That is your question.
Why are you?
I hope Daniel is not. It seems like he regrets his action. And we pray God will.
Somebody that lost child and wife.
It's not easy. And all you people doing damage control, you know the curses people put on you, it will catch you. Especially when it comes to a disabled person and a child. When people swear for you to catch you, so be careful the way you go about doing damage control. You understand? Be careful. I pray God use this young man and don't go back to the world. You understand? Your integrity matters a lot. You understand? Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and follow me on Instagram and shop me. Follow us on all social media handles. Add Nagascase. So for you guys question everything because normal is boring.
Yes, come on.